Hey beauties, good morning to you. Boy, beautiful people, I don't know. I pray that God really rewires many of our minds because something is off. Something is not adding up. I think people are too broken. Their self-esteem has been totally demolished, it seems, because there's no way that in basically everything people see the evil, they find something negative to say in things. Now the Prime Minister and his wife and sons, they went to the I guess it was Christmas Day, or it would be New Year's Day, when you have the musicians performing. I think it's at the waterfront. I'm not sure where that particular event was, because I know I saw a flyer with different events that would have taken place with the fireworks and performances and so forth. But I know generally they will have one at the waterfront, maybe out of town, maybe in Montego Bay, and so on and so on. You know, I wish I had gone to one of them, but I wasn't feeling all that hot, and I had to sing at a church event and so on as well. But so the Prime Minister, his wife, and his two sons. No, generally people, you know, men don't generally smile in general. You'll have some men who will. Men are like that. They're not women who we are flamboyant and we are, you know, that's how we are, you know, creative, dynamic and so forth because of our feminine nature. And these two handsome, their sons are so handsome. Handsome. You know, and I was surprised that people were making comments about, you know, it doesn't matter if their faces are serious. It doesn't matter even if their hairstyle. They look nice. When I saw the picture, and I recognized the older of the two sons, I said, my God, what a way him look like his father, eh? Him really resembles his father. That's what I said to myself. But I said to myself, what a handsome fellow. I saw him never look older. Me and him could talk. I mean, I kid you, he's the both of them, even the younger one, sorry. Handsome fellows. I never saw. There's nothing negative for me in that photo. Nothing negative. Not whether they smile, they don't smile, whether they and people had negative comments to make. My God, Jamaicans, something is wrong with us. We need a purging. We need maybe a kind of a lockdown where we go through 1 month of fasting, prayer and purging, genuine fasting and prayer and purging, because this cannot be real. You can't even give the people them a little peace. They're humans as well, you know. Even if you think that they're this, that and the third, they're humans. Not a thing was wrong with the photo for me. The first thing that struck me when I saw it, I said, what a way the older one looks like his father. And the little one, cute face little, you know, fellow. You know, couldn't tell if he's a mother or father. It's like maybe a cross between the two of them. You know, sometimes it's until they get old, they start to say, all right, which one now? They start to resemble more. You know, because they're coming into their own. Handsome, he's very handsome. To me. Even the both sons, they're good looking. They're good looking, but their parents are good looking. Their parents are not ugly. As much I don't want to criticize the Prime Minister's nose and so forth, he's a handsome man to me. Why we all see things differently? I don't see anything wrong with him. I don't see anything wrong with him at all. Even the nose want to talk about. I don't know. I've trained myself in such a way where I try not to look at these things because it makes you into an ugly person. I was listening to a lady last evening talking about a social media influencer, saying how she's involved in necromancy and obi and she killing. And I said to myself, and she here now, and that's why I'm not so ugly. And when I heard her saying that, and I was looking at her, I said, boy, something must be wrong. Her mirror must be smeared. Or she, every time she's getting ready, she probably gets ready in the dark with the pitch dark, because from her hair come right down to where you could see right down to her torso, which is her belly area there, so stomach area. She looked shoddy and shabby. No disrespect, I'm not calling her ugly. I said shoddy and shabby. Anybody can look that way if you don't groom yourself properly. And she's not the beauty queen of the year in terms of, if you're going to go by the European standards, if we're going to go by people's standards, and she's there calling people ugly. And I said that is part and parcel why we don't improve. As a people, we need purging. We really need purging. My God, you couldn't just say Happy New Year, wish them all the best, whether you like him, yes or no, or just pass. There are many times I come across some things, I don't agree. I don't think it is even good. It looks evil. And I just pass. I mosey on along. I mind my business. Because if I don't have anything good to say, let me shut my mouth. If I do not have anything good to say, let me shut my mouth. Because I don't want to have to regret. I don't want to have to be regret. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be perfect and circumspect all the days. But as often as possible, let me try and do right and be at peace. It's none of my business. My God, I can't even believe the people, let them just post in peace. And maybe the little boy, maybe the young, never call him young, because they're young. Wasn't even in the mood to take pictures. Because, you know, men generally are not that way. You have some men who don't mind the camera and the lights. All of us are different, but generally men are because of how they're wired. Their masculinity. They're not like women who come on. The fellow look handsome. To me, both of them look like they could go and model. To me, good-looking young men. Because their parents are good-looking too. Whether you think this about them, yes or no, that has nothing to do with how they look. Nice. You know, and you're gonna, don't do that. Don't touch on people's children. You don't, even if you don't like the individual, don't touch on their children. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a recipe for disaster. Do not do it. You know, many people, because of what they say about other people's children, they end up in a destructive situation, in serious calamities. You know, it's like there's just summoning curses on their lives. Do not do it. Shut your mouth, because nothing is wrong with the photo. Nothing was wrong with the photo. Nothing was wrong with the photo. My God. Boy, I have a friend that, you know, I used to wonder when she would post her family. Sometimes she would show, every now and then, she would show her husband, you know, but she blocks, like she would put on the smiley face of, you know, to cover the child's face. I can understand her. And I've seen her sons. They're handsome fellow. Children. But you just realize that, no, she don't even want nobody. She will probably take the chance because her husband is a big man and can, you know, take certain vitriol that may come. But she probably couldn't manage it for her children. That's horrible. People, are you crazy? It's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for curses to come down on your own lives. It's a recipe for I've seen it. It's nothing that somebody just said me. I've seen it happening to people who speak ill of other people, and their lives or their children's lives just go right down into the ground. It's like they were no more. They died like a dog before their lives were demolished in terrible ways. Don't do it. Because there was nothing wrong with the picture. Even if you think that you could smile and so forth and so forth. Baby, if somebody did say, like a boy, you don't say you look good, man. Put a smile on your face. That's a little different. That's different. You know? But he looks nice. Handsome fellow. First thing when I saw that photo, I said, what a way the fellow looked like. It looks like his dad. And little one, I couldn't tell. Maybe it's like a cross between the father and the mother. But as he gets older, it will show a little bit more. You will see where he will lean more towards. Good looking family. They're not ugly. Not one, neither of none of the four of them. You know? My Lord. No, sir. Jamaicans, why? Why? Honestly. It has to be some sort of childhood trauma that makes you so bitter and angry that anything good you see, you get angry. You know that people are like that? I remember there was a stage I was angry about something, and when I saw the good, I could not feel good about it, and I realized it was like an infection in my soul, and I said, God, get rid of it. I see it. I don't like what this is making me become. But the good thing is that I kept my mouth shut, but in my mind, I said, no, God, please. It was a particular situation. And for a long I said, God, please wipe this out. One thing I don't want ever to befall this girl is malicious envy, I call it, and malignant jealousy. That is one thing I beg the Lord not to let me be an issue for me. Because what? That's a dangerous thing. And I said, Lord, please, please. I realize I think that the enemy wants this thing to take a hold of me. Rid me of it. I never forgot it, beautiful people. I prayed about it, fasted, and God heard my prayer because he knew I meant well. He saw that the enemy was creeping in because of a situation that hurt me, and I allowed that hurt to nearly fester into something dangerous, and I had to pull back. But I was careful still. I was still careful because I realized it was